What up? What up? What's happening, friends? Aaron Hillyer here. Got a quick lesson for you. Today I'm going to talk about the difference between a breakthrough and a breakdown. They're actually a lot further yet closer than may appear. So you say, what's the difference between a breakdown, or what is the relationship between a breakdown and a breakthrough? See, most people have a breakdown when they reach an impasse, and emotionally they let everything get to them, and there's no hope. There's no course for everything sets in as if there's nothing that can change their outcome, and all of a sudden they just break down emotionally. So you say, well, breakthrough seems like the opposite of that. That's where you reach that impasse, but you find a way to get through it. So they're at polar opposites, really. And I'm thinking about this because if you saw my 3-part mini-series where I talked about a breakthrough, I just had a really strong breakthrough in myself personally. So I've been thinking about this, and that these two concepts seem so different, yet they're actually related. They're very close. In order to get from one to the other seems like light years away inside the brain. But if you understand any concept of physics, I follow physics a little bit. I'm fascinated by it. I've never really studied it hardcore, but I'm fascinated by it. So with that said, there's this notion of a wormhole. Now, there's no actual observational evidence that validates, a wormhole exists out there. However, there are actual theories that, basically solve for general relativity that include wormholes in their solutions. So what this concept of wormhole is, it says that if we've got two ends, if you will, in space-time, and we want to get from one to the other, we can pass through a wormhole and get there virtually instantly. So this concept of a wormhole exists in physics. And I think when we talk about the difference between a breakdown and a breakthrough, there is, I think, a physiological metaphor for passing from one state to the other. Realistically, since I'm with my hand showing you breakdown, breakthrough, or let's swap them, right? So breakdown, breakthrough, passing from a breakdown to a breakthrough. There's a wormhole, there's a shortcut to get there instantly. And this shortcut that I'm describing is something called vulnerability. If you allow yourself to be vulnerable, all of a sudden your eyes will open up, and you'll realize that that the impasse that you've reached, that you can't pass through, has something to do with yourself. 9 times out of 10, we want to blame the world around us, we want to blame the situation, but it all comes back to us. If we allow ourselves to be vulnerable and figure out what we can learn from our situation, we're going to find that we're passing right through that wormhole and going directly from a breakdown, or the verge of having a breakdown, where everything seems absolutely impossible and life sucks, and on and on and on. It may be a small situation that you're having a breakdown with. It could be something small, but at the same time you reach an impasse. But when you turn around and you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you can immediately pass the breakthrough, and guess what? Now you're marching for it. So that's today's lesson. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Criticize yourself. Allow yourself to look from the outside in at what you're doing, and study those that are teaching strategies and techniques, and read and listen to things to continue working on self-development and continue improving along that path. And you will find that you will never get to the point where you have that breakdown if you allow yourself to be vulnerable and grow from it. So that's it for now. Take care, friends.